Ayo, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yehovah, Yahushua, this is sound so YYBY. Dog Wars. Let's see what's really going on so people can really get an understanding of this comparison, man, of this shit. How stupid some of these dogs can be that it don't even make no sense. It's ridiculous, man. I'm gonna show you some things about NUENDO that's very, very stupid, man. Now, besides that, NUENDO is a very, very powerful dog, man. Really, I say the most powerful dog out far as like having options and features, right? Even a little more than StudioOne. But the workflow of StudioOne is bar none, man. And I'm about to show y'all, man, how this workflow is very important when you're dealing with music and everything. So we're gonna start with the mixer, right? So, all right, so I'm gonna do random videos on this Dog Wars thing. Really show people what's really going on. All right, so now, multitasking. Say I got these 3 tracks. I just select these 3 tracks. I select shift and I select these 3 tracks. Now, with QLink off, it's not going to multi nothing. No matter what I select, you know, it don't matter. Even if I got the track selected. Now, we know when anybody select a couple tracks, it's a reason for that. It's common sense. The reason why people select a couple tracks is because they want to change the levels multi. They want to change the pan multi, press a mute button multi, name a multi, you know, add some plugins on that multi. Now that's some common sense shit. You know, like that is common sense, right? Okay, I said, okay, you know what? They got the option called QLink. Okay, boom, we're going to select that. Okay, so now when you select QLink, sometimes it stays on, sometimes it goes off. I don't know. It was a bug one time in 13, I think so, where you turn QLink on and save it as a preset. For some reason, it'll always turn it off. Even if you press the link one, it'll just turn it off. You be like, damn, so you making mistakes on stuff, right? So now, so I got QLink. Okay, great. I can select the tracks. So let's take these off. So now, if I select same tracks, boom, I could change the levels, which is great. I could do the pan, which is great. You know, I can mute all these tracks, which is great. Solo all the tracks. You know, I can select the write and the read. I can press record on all the tracks. Turn the monitor button on all the tracks. Maybe can I name all the tracks? Let me see. Vocals. You can't do that. Okay, so now. Okay, so that's great far as the stuff that you could do right here, which is common sense is when you selecting these tracks right here without selecting QLink. Now, I got QLink selected. I get a plugin. I drag it over to the insert, drop it. It won't drop on all of them. Right? Okay, cool. So now I'm going to hold control, drag the plugin over, drop it, still won't work. Okay, now I'm gonna hold shift, drag it over, drop it, still won't work. Then they said on here hold shift and alt. Okay, I'm gonna hold shift and alt, right? Drag it and drop it, still won't work. Even if you hold shift and alt as you dragging it over here, or if you holding shift and alt to select the plugin and then let it go and drop it over here, it won't work, right? The only way it'll work if you go right here and then you go through the plugins this way and then you drop it on there like that. That's the only way it works, right? So now that's the only way it works. But sometimes you might don't want to work that way. You want to see you might have a better way of seeing your plugin. You like to see your plugins and do it this way because you got a more visual of what you're seeing and what you're dragging, right? So now let's turn QLink off. So you got the option called link where you got like volume, pan, EQ, dynamics compressor. So I got insert selected. Right? Just to give you all an example, insert selected. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if I got insert selected on the link and I turn the link on, it's easy for me to just drag and drop the plugins over there and it'll drop on all the tracks that I have selected. Right? Let's find out. So I got insert selected. Boom. As you notice, it got link on each one of these. You're still going to edit link groups, whatever all the options. So now I got that. Let's go get this. So I'm going to just drag the plugin without touching any key commands. Drop it over here. Nothing. Same shit. Right? Check this out. This is about to get good, right? So hold control. Drop it over here. Nothing. Same thing. Right? Hold shift and control. Drop it over here. Nothing. The only way it'll work, again, if you go right here and then you bring it in that way. That's the only way. The only way to remove all of them is that way. Right? Now, okay. Now let's say I bring this EQ in. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's take that off right quick. Move that one out the way. Let's say I bring in, Black Valve plugin, right? And I'm in an ill position of mixing, and I finally got a nice preset. I got a setting that I like. Okay, I like it on these vocals like that. Boom. And I want this to be on the other vocals, but I only want it to be on, this track and this track and that track, right? So I tweaked this already. Now you notice that when I go to this one, they set the same. When I go to this one, set the same. So all I want to do is just get this and get this plugin to drop on all these plugins, so it can be the same, or just one or two plugins. I mean, one or two tracks. So when I get this, since I got this link, when I drop it over here, guess what it does? Add another fucking plugin and then remove that one out the way. All right, so now let's go back. Let's press back. So I'm gonna hold control, drop it over here. Still don't do nothing. Let's go back. So I'm gonna hold shift, drop it over here. Still don't do nothing. Let's go back. So I'm gonna hold alt, drop it over here. Still add another note here. Dumb shit, man. This is the most dumbest workflow shit ever. It's very annoying, man. And some of y'all might not think, oh no, it's option. Listen, no, it's not, man. No, it's not. I test these DAWs all the time, bro. I've been for years, right? I just see the pros and the cons of it. But again, like I told y'all, NUENDO is a powerful DAW, but it's very energy draining. It's an energy draining DAW, just like Cubase, right? So now, and this is on link. This is on link. You got to unlink. This is on link, and my inserts is already selected, right? But it'll add another plugin at the bottom. So now, that means that I have to, if I move this one out of the way, it's going to move everything out the way. So let's go back. So that means I have to unlink this. I guess press QLink. And then can I unlink each one of these? No, it'll still do the same thing. Right? Okay, so now, let's go back. So maybe I got to hold control to unlink this specific one. No, that ain't going to work. Maybe I got to hold shift to remove this specific one. No, that ain't going to work. Because you got to remember, if I don't have QLink on, I can't do no multitasking anything. Let's go find out. If I delete that one, it's going to, if I got it off, it's going to delete each one. Right? Even if the track's selected, even if all these tracks are selected, it don't matter. It don't matter. If I go right here with all the tracks selected with QLink off and link off, and go right here and add this Black Valve, it will not add it there. Stupid shit. Stupid. And then, okay, if I check this out, y'all. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let's go. If I have this on QLink, and I know I can do the levels like this, so I'm gonna bring these all the way up right here. So if I go to the because I'm gonna bring this folder down, and I got these inside the folder. So if I select all these, and I bring the volume of all these down. Let me see if it works on the mixer. I think it do though. Yeah, it do it like that. Okay. It'll do it like that. Okay. Because sometimes you might don't want to use the mixer. You might be just trying to bring the level of certain tracks right here. Like this might be ad-lib verse 1, ad-lib verse ad-lib 2. And you might just want to select these and bring it down a little bit, because you hearing stuff and you mixing as you go, whatever the process may be, right? So, but you got to have that QLink connected. So that means that you got to go back to the mixer, QLink it, or make sure it's selected, then go back to here and do it. Stupid shit. When a QLink option should be over here if that's the case, right? But you don't see that option over here nowhere. Like even when you go inside the sections and all that stuff, you won't see it. You won't see it. It's not there, And Cubase is new Windows Cubase is Steinberg is a experienced dog, man. They've been around way longer than StudioOne. Way longer. And I agree, like when it comes to audio, it seems like they handle audio a little tiny bit better, but they've been around way longer, so they should be way more seasoned. Not just having features, but it should be seasoned to understand these are common sense things, man. When you've been around a long time, you should understand this, right? You should already know, like, this is common sense. We know that anytime you select a multiple tracks, you trying to do multiple things. That just anybody with the right mind know that, bro. What's the purpose of you selecting all those tracks? All right, so now same thing with let's what's the option where you can put the logos on the track? Let me see if I can. Did I bring that up? The visibility. Where's the option? Let me see if I remember. I think it's right here. Okay, where it got the option of pictures. So now, even with the pictures, boom. Even with the pictures, no, it ain't gonna work. Okay, so now that's on QLink. So if I select all these with QLink on it, right, the mixes levels will work. But when I want to add the same picture, because they all ad-lib, I might want to add a mic to all those pictures, or whatever it is, it's not gonna let me, right? So now if I hold, let's try this. Now if I hold shift, let's hold shift. That's when it'll do it. If you hold shift, which is cool if you hold shift. But why when I want to add the plugins on there holding shift, it won't work. So now let's go hold shift to drag the plugins over there. Only one on the track. I just hold shift, y'all. I'm going to hold shift one more time. Let's drag it over there. Okay, boom. It ain't going to work. Right? So now if I go to link, do they have the option for pictures and all that? No, it don't give you the option for pictures. So you tell me in link, it won't even give you the option for pictures. Like, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I try to tell people. This DAW just throws shit on top of stuff, man. That's all they do. And listen to me, people. I'm not saying that it's not a powerful DAW, but it's a very energy draining, annoying DAW. If y'all don't understand what that means, man. Say, yeah, you get tools done, but it's very annoying. Even when you get used to your own workflow in this DAW, you change short commands and key commands. It still be annoying with that because sometimes stuff just still buggy, like the color option, stuff like that. But we're just gonna deal with this because I'm gonna do random videos of this stuff now. So, and again, this is the Windows 14. All right, so now, but again, when I was on the link, and remember I was trying to show you how to copy. If I got a plugin and I change the plugin and I want to drag it over and just replace the other ones, it won't let me do it. It would not let me do it, even if the tracks are selected like this, even if I got QLink, even if I got link. Let's go to StudioOne, man. Let's go to StudioOne. Select all the tracks. Boom. Pan. Mute. Solo. Record. I don't even got to press no control, alt, nothing. Drop it on all of these, whatever I want to select. Boom, just like that. Put the vocal on there, put the mic on there on those tracks. That'd be my, colors. Then color with the wheel, go to the wheel, change the color of the tracks and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Mix verb, drop it on there. Boom, just like that. You know, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this mixed verb right here. Let me see. I'm gonna get this mixed verb. I'm gonna tweak it. And I'm like, you know what? I want that mixed verb on all these tracks. Select all these, drop it on here to go to the first one. It's gonna change that as a number 2. All those being changed. You know what? I want to put a EQ on this track, right? And I want to tweak it. Give me a preset or whatever I want to do. Boom. So now I'm gonna select this track and that track. Drag it over to that track. Boom, just like that. Simple. I want to select this track. You know what? I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm gonna tweak this one, and I'm gonna, you know, I want this to be on another track. So I'm gonna get this one and drag that one over to that track. No, I'm gonna bring it back. Control Z, select that track, drag it over to that track. My bad. I ain't even had to do that. Just drag it over just like that. Automatic. I'm holding control because I'm so used to trying to do the control inside of NUENDO, but when I don't even got to do it in here. If I'm on this side, got the tracks, these my vocal tracks, I can grab all those, bring the volume down together. As you can see, the volume right here going up and down the track. Simple, simplicity, common fucking sense, man. Common sense, man. Common sense. Even on these tracks right here, I still can go right here and add whatever I want to add because it's common sense. I'm selecting multiple things. I could change all these to stereo, mono, just like that. This is the multitasking part. What am I missing? Oh yeah, sends. If I want to select all these, right? And I can drop this right on the sends. They're gonna create a send track just like that. Boom. And then on top of that, all these tracks selected, I could turn the volume of all these down just like that. And guess what? If I don't want to turn the volume of all those down, if I'm correct, hold on. If I hold shift, no, let me see. If I hold shift, not shift, is it alt? If I hold alt while all those selected, I could turn each individual one down. Go up, go up, go up. And then when I let the alt go and I get my wheel, they all turn down again by themselves because they still selected. And I can right click. And I can right click if I'm correct. Is it right click? Hold on, let me make sure. Right click. And I still can group selected tracks and keep those together. I can keep those selected. I can still open up, you know, now when it comes to the edit, when it comes to the edit, the channel editor, you know, it ain't gonna open all those up at the same time. You know, I get that. Just like that. Simple. Simple. Let me see the name. Let me see if it works on the names. Okay, so it don't do that with the names. Okay, and that don't even bother me. That's fine. They probably, knowing StudioOne, they probably put a feature in next that they give you the option to do that too. Let me see. Let me go to. Let me just hold shift and do this. Okay. Let me just hold alt and do that. Let me hold control and do that. Okay, so you can't name the tracks like that, right? Okay. Let's go back inside NUENDO right quick. If I drop a plugin in here and right click on it and I say, you know what? I want to name this plugin. Right? Let me see. And NUENDO have a lot of options, but it's crazy that the most common sense things be fucking hidden. You gotta search and find it to figure it out when it's common sense for that specific thing to be right there, because StudioOne just know to put things in the right place. Cubase NUENDOs don't, man. They don't. And they supposed to be well seasoned. Like I'm searching how to name the daggone this mono delay. I might want to name this from something else. I'm right clicking. Hold on, give me a second. Because I thought it was an option to do that. Right? Hold on. Always on top. Load. Remote. Boom. What's this? Okay, that's the high modulations. You know, the modulations is dope. What's that? Okay. Right click. This still gonna show me an option. This is how you find out things. You gotta just try things. Default mono. Okay, let me go to, okay, right up here. Can I do this? Let me double click this. Can I do that? Like, that ain't gonna work. Let me double click this. That ain't gonna work. Okay, so let me go to this side, because sometimes it be in this area. Let me right click. Remote control editor. Show inserts and plugins and names. Plugin and names and insert controls. That's not it. You might want to name this mono delay. Vocal delay. You know, because of many reasons why. So okay, so let's go to StudioOne. Right click, rename. Verb vocal. Let's select all these. Let's see what it do. Rename Verb 2. Okay. I get it. It ain't gonna do that. Unless maybe if I select group selected tracks. But anyway, even if it don't do that, I still can select all these. It'll change all those to Verb 2. Just like that. And I still can go over here and come on this side, right click, and rename them this way too. Simplicity, bro. You know what? It's not even simplicity. This is common sense, man. This is straight common sense. Even why my screen is shaking and rattling. What's going on? I think it's acting weird. Hold up. I think it's acting weird, man. I can right click. Can I right click and rename this too? Okay, rename that. Oh, no, but so let me. Let's remove. Okay, so I get why you can't rename it. But guess what though? Right here, you go to that same reverb right here. Name it. Maybe if you name it, can you name it if you name it right here? Verb. Let's see, Verb. It'll change all those to Verb. Yo, man. Do y'all see? It's nothing to explain. And there's gonna be somebody gonna try to come back like, no, you gotta do it like this, yo. Listen. If you got to sit here and search for 99 ways, look what I had to do to search just to name the dang on plugin. If the plugin, if you zoom it, if you're going over the hover over the plugin, is common sense to right click or something, and the option is right there to name that plugin. Not have to open it to do it, and you still can do it in here, if I'm correct. If you go right here to Pro EQ, you select right here, you still can rename it this way too. Even inside of with the plugin open, you still can rename it. Close, you still can rename it. The gain knob, which is inside of the windows, the gain knob, you got to open up this window, which is the channel editor inside StudioOne, and you got to go to the equalizer. Let's go change these to the hold on, where the option at? So I like to show them now. Let me see. Where's the option at? Hey, hold up. Okay, it's right here. Is it right here? No. Oh. I know you're bugging out, bro. Here you go. So change those to knobs. And this the gain knob right here. So if I want to change the gain knob on all these tracks at the same time simultaneously, that means that I have to close this, go to QLink, and then open this up. Let's go change this down dramatically. So, because if I go to the next tracks, we'll know that it works. So I turn this one all the way down. Now let's go to the next track. the next track, the next track. That's the only way it works. See the one, the gain is right there on top of the track. Select them, boom. Just like that. Just like that with the wheel. If I want to bring this down, I got the gain track right there based on how tall my mix is. I can bring it all the way up, bring it all the way down. If it's real low like this, I can double click. You won't see the knob. So that's why I kind of bring it up just a little tad bit. Just like that. And start opening up the other things. You got the gain knob right there. Boom. You can turn all those. Select the tracks. You can do what you do. This is YYBY.